fucking awesome.
Okay, are we ready here? Go
Yes.
live. Anyway, it's up, so...
Hello, boys.
And you've got the... It should be just in the server browser. Like, it's up, it's... You'll have to change your filters for competitive license off.
Third license off.
So, for the people who have clicked on this and you're hanging out, we are just going to do a open practice with the Cup car at Texas Road. For the upcoming pCars 2 SRS series, this was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I'm going to the Pinty's race in Wetaskiwin in a couple hours. I needed a way to kill the afternoon that wasn't going to get me in shit. So, yeah, this is what I've decided on.
Fun. Just going to do a bit of setup and prep
I
because the
I
series is
can
in 3 days.
I can send you the force feedback settings I'm using if you need, because we're on the same wheel. To,
Uh,
to me, it feels kind of like AC, where it's like that numbness.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with mine right now.
Okay.
I don't see it on the browser.
That's up. Or it should be anyway. It's called SRS Stock Car Test. I could also send you an invite too, because that works in this game.
Wow. It's like it's 2019.
So you should have got the invite there.
Yep. Wow, Austin, guess what?
Did it work?
It worked,
Oh my
and
god.
I can pick my livery.
Really?
Yes!
Wow.
This is the future.
So it's configured like the SRS room. There's, well, I've turned off penalties so people don't get booted. There's auto drive in pit lane, because
Okay.
he has that. Realistic driving aids. Force manual gears is set to yes. Tire wear is authentic. Fuel depletion is yes. There's pit stop errors. There's mechanical failures. It's basically like as realistic as you can get. Realistic drive.
Click.
So I guess if you're ready, we can start it up. I'm using a plain white car because it's a custom skin. Installing custom skins in this game is kind of weird because you're only allowed one at a time, so you can effectively only run yours.
Yeah, that's sad. Because if they were like full series skin packs, I mean, I'm sure you can mod the stock ones, no?
Nah, you can't. It's
Oh.
like Shift where it's all encrypted and you'd have to unpack it.
Oh. Oh, fair enough. I mean, at least we can pick our liveries for online. It is nighttime.
Yeah, I felt like running a nighttime test.
That works. So wait, nighttime in the game comes as standard from the developer?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how did they pull this off?
So again, there's no password. If you guys want to come race with us, you're welcome to. During the league race, we'll be running in the daytime, but I just thought, I mean, we hardly ever run at night anywhere because sim racing.
True.
And you know what's crazy is I can share my setup with you in game.
What? Get out of town!
Yep. Literally 2 buttons. I can send it to everyone in the room.
You're lying.
This is admittedly a shitty road course, but it's kind of neat that we can repro a Roval in this game.
Yep. Are there any other ovals in the schedule?
There's Daytona Road,
Nice.
which will be interesting.
Turn 1 or no?
But it's standing start, right?
Oh, okay.
It should be anyway. Locked it down. And yeah, you'll note over the course of a run, it's definitely not AC. You can really easily cook the tires.
Yep.
Struggling to heat up the left front. The one thing I like about this car is it gets like the braking right. Like it just takes forever to stop.
Yep. Fun. Arrgh. Hello. Oh god.
You mean we made contact without like shooting off?
True. Oh, hello.
Hello. What's interesting is I really haven't spent a whole lot of time in this car. Like, obviously I made sure it worked, but this isn't something I marathoned, like, every day.
Yeah. It just feels floating crappy to me.
What setup you on?
A stable circuit.
That's why. I could
Yeah,
send you my set.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that'd be a good starting point. Dead. It's just like floaty and ugh. I mean, no, I'll use this as a baseline and try see what the tires are doing and all that.
Oh wow, and I don't have to stop the car to return the pit. Nice. Okay, so I will share my set.
Ah, sure.
Share that to Ethan. I don't think it has race fuel. It has just enough fuel though for a practice stint.
Yeah.
I haven't done like
Yeah.
a full calculation yet though.
Let us try this. Playing this does make me miss VR though, because pCars 2 had the best VR implementation of anything I've played really.
What does VR implementation even mean? Enlighten me.
Well, it's the menu and just how it's tied in, because in Assetto you got this like half-assed interface for it, in which you still have to use the mouse, whereas this you can like look at the menu
Okay.
and you get like a crosshair that stays in the middle of your vision. So you look at what you want to click on and then you click it with a button on the wheel.
Okay.
It's really good. And it just ran better than like AC and all that. It's optimized for VR really well.
I'm making the same mistakes I make in a real car right now. That's kind of hilarious. When we went out for Prince George this year for the first race, I wrecked nearly 5 times in practice, just because I kept
Well
cooking.
done.
I just kept cooking entry because I'm like, oh, it's been a while, and I'm just let's see what I can get away with, and I would just fly into the braking point and be like, oh, I'm in the middle groove now. I'm in the high groove. Nope, that was a mistake.
Wait, driving real race cars is scary, Austin. Your hand should be shaking. Can't be brave in those
Wow.
things.
It was hilarious. Like 4 laps in, I just chuck it into the braking zone. I'm like, nope, that was not correct. And I'm kind of getting the same vibes here, where it's like if I don't really focus on it, I just completely botch it.
Oh my god.
The one thing about this car is, like, you cannot four-wheel drift to the extent you think you can, because it just nukes the tires. Which is about right, so you have to kind of, like, be smart about where you do it. Because
Yeah.
I was doing that too earlier this morning where I'd loop it out of the hairpin, and it's like, I can't be that aggressive there.
Are you using first or second out of those?
I'm down to first. My gearing
Yeah,
might be
fair enough.
totally different.
Well, I mean, I'm using the set you gave me.
Oh, you are now? Okay.
Yeah. Still feels really vague.
And I did it again. Locked up the brakes. Wrong gear through there. My bad. It reminds me a lot of what people have said about the K&N car. Because I punish myself by following that series. In that,
Yeah.
like, you can't just throw it around, you have to be so gentle with it. And it's like all momentum based.
That wouldn't be a problem if I could feel the tires though.
I don't understand what you mean by feel the tires.
I can't feel the grip. I'm getting no, like... I don't know if it's gripping or sliding at any point. It's like GPL. And I'm running laps and making sure they're warm, like they're... Well, I just started this sim, but like
Yeah.
they're... When I spun out just then, they were all bright green. And I was driving like there's an egg under the throttle pedal and it just looped with no warning, no feeling. I almost did it again just there, although these tires are cold.
Oh, I went to neutral. Rip.
Don't do that. This is why you use an H pattern like me, like a man.
What's your FFB tone? Do you remember or no?
I have no idea.
Uh,
SFB tone sounds so weird.
or like the style, because there's like informative, immersive, or raw, and that can change, right?
Yeah. Fire's constantly squealing around there. That's strange.
Well, this is a
Oh,
symmetrical setup, so it's roasting the right side.
yep. Front end wanders on the straight. That's interesting.
That's about right. There is an issue, like not a bug, but just the Texas infield road course isn't flat. It's like kind of wavy.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt the raindrop. It's raining in my bedroom.
Huh.
Yeah, I have the window open.
Getting closer.
There you go. Yeah, like you have to be really gentle with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it kind of stresses the point that it's a big heavy car on like shitty skinny tires. That's the best way I can describe it. Where like you can actually get in trouble for overdriving in this game.
I should have been able to save that at least, though. Hello.
Aw, I did hit you. I needed new tires anyway.
And it took a few laps for that to come in, whereas in AC, you know, you load sidekick and the
Yep.
tire grip thing, and they were like 92, and within like 4 or 5 corners, they're up to 100, and you have full grip. But this is actually, like, I'm too used to AC, where I'm kind of like blinded to logic.
Yep.
It's like, and no shit, asshole. Of course, tires are going to take like
Yep.
2 or 3 laps to fully come in and break the car in and all that.
Especially here, because this track is awful in terms of design. There's, like, the corners
Yes.
don't heat the car up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
and that's...
say, though,
No, you go.
Sorry,
You
you
go.
go.
You beat me.
no.
Okay, that's what I was going to try and say in my sim video, but I just didn't put it in, is that, like, the tire heating process in pCars is more realistic, because you actually have to build
Yeah.
heat. And even, like, your outlap, like, we're probably just going out and trying to run a lap, but, like, what we should be doing is building heat in the tires, and, like, weaving
Yeah.
and shit.
And you know, the weird thing is, in AC, the tires are heated. Like,
Yep.
they are at, like, 80 degrees out of the blankets, but the grip in sidekick is still at 92.
Yep.
And you drive a few corners, the grip goes up to 100, but the temperature is still the same.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I was just gonna say, it's so much fun H-banging this thing. Like, I'm not using the clutch, I'm doing it full NASCAR style, and I'm just like lifting and ripping. But I'm doing it one-handed and going into braking zone, I'm just like slam, slam, slam.
Yep.
You need an 8-shifter, but really, it's so fun.
I
And
had
they're
one.
not expensive. Yeah. But like the G29 ones, they aren't expensive.
I just, like, if you look at my setup, I don't have a board to mount it on. Yeah, like, are you finding that as you, like, you stop overdriving, you're going quicker?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's hard to feel.
They are vague
Well,
to some extent, which is why people struggle
You're
with
vague
wheel
to some
hop.
extent. Yeah.
Like, a good example, even though I think the race was personally thrown, Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin for Stewart's last win at Sonoma.
Yep.
How Hamlin just blew the fucking hairpin, right? Because you just,
Yep.
uh-oh, my bad. And that same thing is kind of happening here.
Yep.
Oh my god. Blew a shift. Durr. Hi?
Hello.
Is that Travis who joined?
I didn't hear anyone joining.
I just heard you say hello, so.
Oh, you just went hi? Come on, baby. No, I missed a shift. Shit, I was 2/10 up. I was about to beat you. Ah. God damn it. I was 2/10 up on myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing last lap because I'm an idiot.
Oh, fuck, you're not kidding. Yep. I was just like, I'm used to AC. I slid in that first hairpin that you just went into, and I'm like, that'll be fine. It'll cool off right away. Nope. I tried to get on it out of the next one, and the tire was still hot, and too hot. And I spun, which is how it should work. I love AC. I love the competitive scene. I love racing in it, but yeah, the tire heating is an issue.
And if you were to voice that anywhere, because it's sim racing, you just get downvoted into oblivion.
Yep, SimDad will get triggered. Start looking through your streams to find one little bad thing to say about you. Like when we were having that trouble with AC and like stepping on the throttle even with full TC just like turned the rear tires to grease. To like where even lateral movement would just, you'd lose grip on the rear end like it became ice. That's not right. I mean, I'm not saying TC like prevents drifting, even though it kind of does on power. But you know, I saw people in the forums calling me like absolutely fucking retarded and all that, and it's like, damn. God forbid I voice an opinion.
And then like a week later, someone's like, "Oh yeah, there's a problem with Steam validation, and it'll fuck up the exe every now and then." And it's like, "Oh, that like, thanks."
And then updates come out, which fix it the way I was saying, and then everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it's so good." So it's like, thanks. So I was right all along, but
That's a pretty good lap. Dr. Chaos, I'll send you the setup we're using.
sim racers are cunts, man. I don't care about saying it anymore. I don't care who listens. Some of y'all are really fucking goofy. But then again, I say y'all. Guess if you're in here, then you're one of the cool ones.
Will things be different with FFB and pCars 3 Revolution? Who might want to ask that question, I ponder. I can't answer that. Mostly because that's not my field. Will the FFB and AMS2 be the same as in pCars 2? I'm not working on AMS2. Sorry. I have no idea. Is there a race coming up after this little queer cadence? No, sorry, this is just a practice session. Something to dick around with. Like I said, I'm going to the NASCAR Pinty's Series race in a couple of hours, and I just wanted something to fill like that chunk of the afternoon.
Yep.
Seems you don't know shit about pCars 2. It doesn't show you servers on another continent, and without displaying the server name, there's no chance to find them either. I can put the server name in the description. It is...
That's not the name. I just got wheel hop.
I think it's literally just like SRS stock car test. Let me change the description. That's interesting because I can see European servers and I can join and race on them, so I don't know why that would be. But you're welcome to shoot me a name or an invite or a friend request or whatever on Steam and I can invite you. For me, it's not that difficult to do. That's very strange because I'd like to know how Dr. Chaos got in, or maybe he's on a what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe he's on our continent. Because yeah, Ethan couldn't find it either, but I just sent him an invite.
Hopefully that won't affect SRS participation.
No, that won't do anything with it because SRS it like shows you the lobby, just the way it works.
Oh, okay.
It like connects you to. I don't want to say a temporary VPN, but like a temporary VPN like thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I can ask our online guys about it. If you need, like, if you want in, you want to participate, I could just send me a friend request on Steam. New accounts are unable to send invite links to spam. Oh yeah, because I'm on a work account. Lol. So I'm at the point where I almost want to start tweaking it a bit.
Hmm.
Might open the brakes. Here, let's have some fun. Our boy left. We could also try that Jean combo, like the Radical somewhere. I think it's like track day
Yeah. I'm not having the most fun in this.
A. Yeah, I can switch it out. It's easy.
I don't think I can race this for 20 minutes.
Well, do you want to switch over? Remember, it's not work putting up a room like it is in other sims.
Yeah, I could give it a shot. This is just, like, even with the tyres warm, I've been out for about 6 laps now, it's just bad. Like, really bad. Let me put one more lap. Oh, there goes that.
I went the wrong way
That's a huge note.
on the suspension. Okay, I will put up a different room. That is easy enough to do. I should probably look at Just Gene's where are the upcoming races? Upcoming series. So he was on, and this will be after my race, track day A at Donington Park GP. So I can't tell if that's a Radical series.
Don't know.
I presume it's a Radical series. I will actually turn damage off because it looks like ass. Like if you wreck your car once, the damage stays on during a session. Okay, so what's track day A? That's interesting. The FXXK, the G57, the P1 GTR, the Vulcan, the S8RX, and the Zonda Revolution. That looks fun. So the tracks on his schedule are Donington, Olton Park, Daytona Road, Imola, Hockenheim, and Zolder. Where do you want to go?
I mean, Donington, I guess, or wherever you want to go. I'm down for anything.
Are you familiar with Olton Park?
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Seems you don't know shit about pCars too.
I already read that. Yeah, lol.
You work for them.
Well,
This is your day job.
I'm confused. I haven't run into that issue because, like, even for work, I'd be told to just play and report issues like on the servers, and I was
Yeah.
always racing against dudes in Europe, like always.
Yeah.
Okay, settings are good. Do like 9 a.m. That might be fun. Opponent field type, same class. Host settings. SRS gene test. Privacy public. Anyone can join. There's no password. And wow, it's up.
Sick. Let me see if I can find it this time.
That'd be kind of lame if you can't see it.
Yep, can't see it. Thanks, Sim Racing.
I don't know why that's an issue.
I'm tired of this fucking hobby.
Okay, you good with that car?
Sure.
You gonna run the radical?
It's the only one I've seen advertised, so
Okay, you know what? I'll be fair then too and run the radical.
I'll run what you want. I'm probably not even going to run this series, so like 3 a.m. is.
This is actually earlier than mine.
No, it's after.
Is it?
Yeah. Yours is at
Oh,
2
okay,
a.m. His
yeah.
is at 3 a.m.
Okay.
Really tight.
We could also do, if you want, we could do like GT3 at Long Beach. If you want to back out. Like, it takes no time, right?
We just got here.
That's true. Alrighty. 1, 4... I have no setup for this, so...
Yeah, I'm just whatever it gave me out the garage. Stable.
Down first, I'll leave. Maybe that'll work. This is probably one of my favorite tracks that it just isn't in sim racing games.
Yeah.
Like it was in Toka 3 and I really liked it, and then it just never showed up again.
Oh, cold tires equals absolutely zero ice grip, apparently. They're
That's
still
about right.
rubber, are they not?
We're also doing almost 200k, and I'm on slicks.
Even at speed with warm tires, it's just got this weird dartiness to it. Like the car just moves around on its own.
I still haven't got the tires warm yet.
It's like GPL, but the sliding comes at random and you can't predict it.
That's the rumble strip.
It's like when it's sideways and doing, you know, the drifty thing, it's like when it's sideways and it's got like stupid amounts of slip angle, that feels like the edge of grip. That's where it hooks. And that feels like the limit to me. Weird. Well, I'm not trying to shit on your game or anything, but it's just
It's not my
odd.
game. You are running default set, though. I can send you what I've got that I just, like, eyeballed.
I'm alright. Curb almost killed me. Does curbs do that?
Ooh, almost cooked it there. Oh no. I keep using that curb and it's just a mistake.
Yeah, curbs aren't supposed to kill you, man. Like, we went over this in Motorsport.
Like, they are slippy to an extent. And it's that property that if you use it the right way, can either turn the car. But there I was retarded and, like, rode the whole thing and it just sucked the car.
Hmm. Can't keep it online. BPL drift. I'm done.
Did you make any setup adjustments?
There are just fundamental flaws, fam. Like the GPL drifting and that being the edge of grip. That's not a setup deal. Like that's physics.
I just don't know why I'm not experiencing it though.
I don't know either. But you know what it feels like? It feels like shift. Like shift 2. Which makes sense. Yes. Like that weird slide.
See, the problem is I have a community patch for Shift 2,
Ah, right, yeah.
so I don't really...
Yeah.
Oh, cooked it there. Too much. Cooked the tire. There's a boy lane ad. Were you able to see it? What changed?
Yeah, I can see the server, but only if I type in the full name. Like SRS alone doesn't work, like someone said in the chat there.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Unless your like your filter settings are just...
Nope, because I mean, if my filter settings were screwed up, then I wouldn't see the server at all. It's like you have to put in the full name.
Okay.
It won't take it off SRS alone. Let's try the loose setup. Let's really go for it. Let's really get annoyed.
Oh, I can't change the gearing? Cool. old tires. Look at that, we got a decent amount of people joining.
Sick. Having to wrestle the wheel to keep it online. Like, you've seen my driving from the inputs I displayed on my
Yeah.
lap of the records in the MP4, and like I'm just so like smooth. Like I'm not making huge movements everywhere. If I do that here, the car just like darts around, and it's like the grip levels like fluctuate. Like I have suddenly so much grip, and then no grip, and then so much grip, and then no grip, and it's just a roller coaster every corner. Not very consistent.
I just, like, I mean, you probably don't have my stream up, right? But, like, I'm just not experiencing that, and it's bizarre.
Take a look. Dude, yours looks amazing.
Try recalibrating your wheel. I know that sounds really stupid, but, like, in options, there is the calibration screen. Because it might lose calibration from time to time.
This is so shocking.
But yeah, you see what I mean? That's why I'm, like, confused.
Yeah.
Because, like, for me,
So
it's
am
just
I.
Race 07. That feels like what I'm playing.
Went to a swap meet today in my Subaru Rally Team USA shirt and got disappointed looks from boomers. Alright, well I have to back out of the lobby to make control adjustments because... Wait, do I?
You should be able to do it in game.
Nice. Calibrate wheel.
Lanad, if you need a setup, just message me. Just type in the chat or something. like the game chat, and I'll send one over. I didn't see what car you're in, but if you're in the Radical, I'll send you one. That goes for everyone. After I finish this stint, I'll send what I got over.
I want to ask, but like, you sent your setup for the NASCAR and it didn't help, so it's like,
I'm at the point where I think something else is going on, because like I said, when you watch my stream, I'm just not suffering from that problem.
Alright, I did the wheel calibration thing and that's weird, man.
Is that what fixed it?
Yeah.
Whoa, I cooked it.
I think that was you just ahead of me. Let me just get a lap in here on warm tyres. But like the steering, it's not like it wasn't steering. This feels like a car now. Dude, this is like, I'm having my Mosport moment. Like you had at Mosport the other night. Oh, see, I'm understeering now. Holy fuck, Sims are broken. Like, this is exactly what you went through at Mosport.
The theory I have is that if you don't play a certain game for a certain amount of time and you constantly unplug and plug in your wheel and change profiles around, eventually the game loses calibration. Or it doesn't align with what the game was like when you last calibrated your wheel.
Yeah.
And it happens to me in AC, it happens to me in pCars, but like for pCars it's once every like month that I deal with it.
Yeah. Someone left a sign on the track.
And I agree, it's horseshit and it sucks for the end user, but like that's why there's a calibration screen. Like you seem to be not struggling right now. Got you on race monitor?
Yep. I'm like holding the wheel like I'm used to, and what the hell is this thing?
That's track day A. Yeah.
Alright, bye then. Nice knowing you. Ah! Stay away from me.
Okay, so lane ad, you've got a setup.
It suddenly feels like a car, man. Now I'm inclined to try the stock car again.
Yeah,
and you know, the thing is, this explains why sometimes I go into pCars 2 and it feels amazing, and then and then I go in again and it feels like trash, and I'm like, oh, I remembered this different. That's disappointing.
Just calibrate the wheel, bro. I mean, it's not like it's an inconvenience. It's turn the wheel left, turn the wheel right, press OK.
Well, I mean, I do like to hold it exactly so it reads 900 degrees, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry for the bitching session, everyone. Actually, no, I'm not. But you know what I mean.
And this points to a larger problem in the sim community. Like, how many guys who rip on this game?
Yeah, have that issue, and it's just like they just need to calibrate their shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually steering now. Dude, before I was wrestling to keep it online. That was my bad.
I almost want to suggest to like our dev team that maybe every time you boot the game, it should ask to calibrate your wheel, just as like an intro thing.
Yeah.
And like it might be annoying, but
Not a bad idea. This feels really good now. But I still don't know what happened at Motorsport for you. That's the thing. Like AC doesn't have like an inbuilt calibration thing.
Yep.
Nor does Content Manager. But it's the exact same issue.
No, AC has a built-in calibration thing.
Hmm. Dead. Ow. I am sorry, whoever that was.
That was me.
Well, to be fair, Alex Jones, my wheel works in pretty much every sim. Like, I've never had to do that before. Like, AC, it's constantly fine. Even GPL, it's constantly fine. Everything I run, it's constantly fine. So that's never an issue I've run into before. Well, it's the first time that's ever happened. So obviously I calibrate it in the Windows, like, calibration thing, which is an all-encompassing thing. But I've never calibrated it, like, per game. Because, I mean, an axis is an axis. Who dat?
Travis?
Who goes there? Billy?
I don't have the overlay up, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I died.
Yeah, it's not hard to do.
Okay, who joined? Nope, no one joined.
Ooh.
Did SRS manage to get separate custom skins working, or is it just going to be the standard vanilla ones plus one slot for custom? Yeah, it's the one slot for custom because that's how pCars 2 works. I jump a lot between AC and pCars depending on what I want to drive. Guess I've just drilled it into me to calibrate on pCars because I noticed that the first time I played with the Janetta GT5, so it is a thing. Yeah, I'll run that by the dev team. That every time you boot the game, it should be like, welcome to pCars 2, confirm, or pCars, whatever our fucking sequel is, right?
Yeah.
And then, to get started, please turn your wheel all the way to the left, then all the way to the right, and press A. And that should be like the splash screen.
Yeah, to me, calibration is something you do in control panel once, and then every sim just, like, takes that input. And that's how it's been for, what, the 15 years or so I've done this.
Oh, another game that I have the same issue with is NASCAR 03. Every once in a while, I have to calibrate the wheel inside the in-game thing.
Huh.
So it is a thing.
But the loose setup isn't kidding, that's loose.
I can send you mine. I sent it to Lane
Yeah,
Ad.
fuck it.
Yep, I'll send it to everybody.
Cool.
Some people might not even be in the same car, but you're getting it anyway.
Yeah, Alex, I'll be doing this like before every race now. Just watch. Maybe I need to tell Ash that as well because he had the same complaints I did just then. You have received new setups. Thank you, Santa.
Okay, there's 2 guys in Mitsu's that are just doing donuts. You guys get kicked. We just need one else to vote.
Oh, okay. Where do you vote?
Pause menu. Yeah. Dude, just doing donuts out of pit lane. I don't like kicking people, but
I don't see it.
so you have to click on their name in like the main like
Oh, okay.
race monitor, and it'll be vote to kick.
Yeah.
So I kept seeing like Mitsubishi just like junked on the side of the track.
Yeah. Okay, I voted to kick him.
Which guy?
Tommy T and Jared.
Okay.
I mean, like, by all means, come in and have fun. And I don't think there's anything you could say in our chat that you get banned for. But,
Yep.
like, if you just come in here and be a shitter and, like, actively try and ruin, like, people's practice sessions, even if we're just dicking around hot lapping, yeah, that's, we're not offended or upset. It's just you're being kind of shitty. So, sayonara, bitches.
The funny thing is I turned damage off, so there's not really anything griefers can really do. So even if we can't boot them, it'll just be a mild annoyance at best.
Yeah, if they're parked in the middle of the track while I'm coming around the corner like just then bit shit. Nice.
Lane had ran a pretty good time there.
Yeah. Need to step it up.
Mm-hmm. Whoa! Cold tires. Can't push that hard.
Definitely gonna hop in the stock car again after you've gone there.
Yep, these guys got bored and left. That was strange. They like did donuts out of turn 1, and then just like left.
People are weird. And the curb just pulls me off the track. Oh, I was on the... Right, I thought I loaded your setup, but it was still the loose one. That makes sense. I'm like, Watson's driving this? Are you ever going to take a look at Dirt Rally 2.0? Because it's been on sale now for like $30.
When all the DLC's out.
Yep. Like, it looks good, but what fucks me off is how they're selling content from the first game as DLC now. That's, the balls are touching there.
Oh wow, that was like a perfect entry.
That's what she said.
I didn't mean to do it that way, but...
Your setup's a death trap.
I changed steering box.
Oh.
You know I like my twitchy death traps.
I just like Twitch traps. Wait, what? Now I'm wrestling to keep it online again, but it's your fault.
Could probably take out some rear spring. Maybe rear toe.
Well, now I can actually, like, feel the car. I'll probably work my own set in due time. Race cars don't try and kill you, man. You say this all the time, yet you set them up for...
I just want that rotation so badly. Hit me.
No, I can't do that. Fuck me. Table.
Oh, that's lane ad behind me. Whoa, shit. Dead. I got really greedy with the curb.
Don't do that.
Hitman 2 ported everything from Hitman 1 for free for owners of the first game, or $20 otherwise. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. But no, sim racing, no. Greed.
Where's Arrow? There it is. That might be a nice fix.
That's more like it. Table.
I do gotta take off for Pinty's not too long from now.
Yeah.
I probably should check the weather. That race will be on Fans Choice TV in a couple hours, eh? Live.
Nice.
That free streaming, so.
Yep.
I have really good seats too, like top of turn 1.
What circuit is it?
EIR.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I assumed it was a road course because
Pinties.
that's all I
Yep.
see of it in the commercials,
Yep.
like Three Rivers and stuff like that are in the commercials.
Did I win that Three Rivers race, or did you? In GT3 a while back, a couple years ago.
I don't compete.
Oh, that's right.
Got kicked and they didn't want to restart it for me. That fucked my championship. Probably didn't want me lapping them twice as usual. Stick! Stick!
I'm just like chucking it into that hairpin.
How? I breathe on it and it tries to kill me in your setup. I was driving with the finesse of a mouse and it just dead.
Okay, Laynette, if you're listening, I took the downforce down from 2.7 to 1.6, and it was an instant gain of 0.3, even though it's kind of sketchy.
Place is kind of sketchy. Oh, come on! Curbs just pull you off.
Remember how light this car and small this car is, though? It's just like bottoming out on the curbs. Like, I have to be pretty conservative in the corners. Nope, too hard. Every time on the hairpin, I was trying to be a bit more aggressive, and then
Yeah.
it finally just junked itself. Okay, I should probably look at the EIR schedule for today,
Do it.
because I gotta leave at least an hour early. The race is like 7, and it's 4 right now, but I do want to like go out and eat.
I wish I could go eat with you. That sounds fun. And the race, of course. Like, going to Monster Jam with Ash is always such a fucking good time. hanging out with bros, watching some monster trucks.
Okay, group qualifying is literally starting right now. Autograph session 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Driver intro 7:15. Luxor 300 7:30. So I can leave it like 6. No, 5:30. Sure, let's leave 5:30. Get there at 6:30. Maybe I'll get a shirt or something.
Ever been to his Pinty's race?
Oh yeah, I went in 2016 and sat behind Alex Tagliani's wife and kids. That was pretty neat.
Huh. Yeah, the honestly, in that same vein, the comp seats from Feld are pretty sweet because we're always with like the wags and the families and stuff. So you'll see like the Englands in Big Kahuna crew shirts and stuff. And I saw Zoltan Bathory walking up the stands in Vegas a couple of years ago. That was pretty fucking cool. I had the guitarist from Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because he's with Too Extreme with the whole knucklehead deal.
Yeah. Apparently he's a good driver too. Is he not?
Yeah, yeah. And like sometimes the drivers will just like come up and watch the rest of the show afterwards.
Yeah, and then the last 2 years I missed the Pinty's race because I was always in Agassiz. But since we weren't running this weekend, I was like,
True that.
what am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit at home and jack off, or am I gonna go watch a race? I'm gonna go watch a race.
You can do both if you're not a pussy.
Well, that's true, but yeah, Elena, that 128.4 was just changing aero. If you have too much front downforce, the car will over rotate because the front end will grip too much. That's probably something you could try, Ethan, too. Default aero.
I was running default aero.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've got pace to find here. I'll find it. I'm just being a baby and running default stat right now.
This car you can push a lot harder than the stock car, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is it's about right. Like it's more or less an open wheel car. This is like
Except for the fact the wheels are closed.
Yeah, but this is my vision of like. Do you remember the Ford Indigo, which was like a 2-seater Indy car?
No, but go ahead.
It was so NFS2. There's like this convertible Ford prototype, and all it was a like a 2-seater IndyCar chassis.
Huh.
And this is kind of like if Ford kept continuing that and turned it into like a proper race car, this would more or less be the result. I mean, it is like a scaled down prototype, so you could make that argument too, but
yeah.
I guess I've already answered the Dirt Rally 2 question, but no, like, to elaborate, like, I really didn't play Dirt Rally 1 all that much. Like, I played the shit out of it in early access, but there's 18 tracks. If that. There's probably, there's probably less. And there gets to a point where it's like you find the 2 or 3 cars you enjoy driving, which for me is the Group B and the modern WRC stuff. And then you've seen everything. And obviously I understand that WRC rallies use the same stages year after year, or the same pieces of property, you could say. Like Unipoa, the finish stage, that's on the WRC calendar every year. It's the same layout more or less. So like I understand that like even the pros memorize stages, but there's so few stages in Dirt Rally that I'm just like, I remember being bored of the game before it actually came out, and then they added Rallycross, and I'm like, that's kind of neat. And I played it for a day, and I'm like, well, I've seen every track now. And the way the career mode works is you have to beat one championship to unlock the next difficulty. So it's like, but I don't want to revisit the same fucking track 10 times. Especially if it's the same track over and over again.
Yeah. And there are, like, variations in name.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see some completely different names, but it's just like, oh, it's just half of this stage.
Yeah. So I really didn't get a lot of replay value off of Dirt Rally 1, especially because there's no, like you can hire mechanics and shit, but there's no team building like in Dirt 4. And then, so Dirt Rally 2 comes out, and there's no livery customization, which there used to be. There's basically the same amount of stages. There's the same amount of cars, because remember they had to take some out due to licensing. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would I ever be interested in this?
Did you take fuel out, by the way?
I think so. I'm running like
yeah, I've
30
got
liters.
75 liters. Yeah, I've got like
Yeah.
75 liters in. I think that might be a problem for my speed, Austin. But I'm not completely sure.
Or are you running my set or no?
No, I can't run that thing.
Oh.
Oh my god, I can't. I can. I'll try again.
It turned so nice though.
Oh my god. If that is nice to you, it's no surprise that you're into the girls that you are into.
Yep. But you know what, like,
setup has BPD, my man.
but like even in real world racing, like the Cavalier I ran in 2017, just like part time, was a death trap on the brake. Like it was so bad, and like other people would get in the car and they'd like almost die going into one, and I'm like, yeah, it does that.
Like I move the wheel the tiniest amount, and it's just like bleh. I'm so timid right now. It does turn nice there. But I'm like not pushing. I can't push. The second I think about pushing, the second the thought of pushing enters my arsehole, I'm just done.
Laynad's turned some pretty good laps. You're a decent driver, my dude.
Please race with us. Good at.
That is nobody.
The lady said user entered your channel.
Oh.
Ed.
Monte Carlo's and Finland's long stages overlap. Problem is that Ego Engine is an old piece of shit and couldn't handle a 40k stage. You don't even need a 40k stage. You just need a lot of like 10k stages. Like, a good example, and you'll agree with me here, is Colin McRae Rally like 03 to 05. That was perfect. As long as there's enough for a whole shitload of countries and like 3 or 4 tracks in each country, it makes career mode huge because each season's properly long. But I think the way to go now is to just ignore Dirt and get WRC 8 because that game looks awesome.
Fuck yeah, it does.
I'm glad they turned their shit around because WRC, what was that, 5 was like brutal.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show like the fights you have with publishers, or what the publisher wants and what the license wants versus what actually makes a good game. Because a lot of like the normie publishers and like the big licenses, they want something that kids can play. So like everything, so like the most amount of people can play it and like generally think they're having fun. But like with rallying, for example, if you make the stages wide so the normies can play it, then it just feels too easy and not like rallying. If you make the cars too easy to drive because you want kids to play it, well then it takes like that edge of your seat, oh my god, I'm gonna die feeling out of rallying, and that's the whole part of the sport, is that these dudes could just die like at any minute because what you're doing is completely unsafe.
Chris Meek almost did.
Yeah.
That wreck was fucking brutal.
That was a solid
almost...
save.
Oh, thank you.
No, Laynad got fucking dead loose out of the corner.
Oh.
I will switch to you.
I'll try harder next time. But no, like on Chris's crash, it's like the front A-pillar like collapsed, and it's like the roof folded down right in front of his face. Like, it was... I felt sick looking at the wrecked car. Like, that's something you see in the 4chan weather, my man. China.
That's a mortifying topic to think about. Worst wreck you've ever seen, fatal or otherwise.
Like, IRL or on the internet?
Internet, anything, doesn't matter.
Um... Hmm. I guess there's that one at Charlotte where the dude, like, goes
Oh,
roof
yeah.
first into the fence and, like, gets decapitated and shit. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, and that's like the Goodies Dash series. There's another really bad one is Gordon Smiley.
Yes.
Because he goes
Oh,
into a
yeah.
different plane of existence.
I think Gordon Smiley is the one I'm thinking of. Where, like, the entire front of his car's ripped off. This is like 1970s NASCAR.
Yeah, it's IndyCar, right? In turn 2, he countersteers and goes in, like, face first into the wall.
Oh no, the one I'm thinking of... No, this is the worst one I've seen, and there's footage of it. But it's like, so it's 1970s NASCAR. He gets in a wreck, and, like, the entire front of his car's off. Like, the entire front.
I think I've
And
seen
he's
that.
just sat there completely open. Like, the car breaks in half at the footwell, so the cockpit is just, like, completely, like, front open, exposed. And he turns around, the car runs straight into it.
Yeah.
It's the open end. Horrible.
So I think the worst wreck I've seen, because I've seen that and, like, maybe it didn't faze me, but I think number one is either Blaine Johnson or Scott Coletta.
Yeah.
So Blaine Johnson he sets the track record at Indianapolis. This is NHRA, by the way. Sets the track record, and the tire, like, something happens in the motor and it explodes the tires. Like, it was some sort of, like, transmission failure. I read up on it, and it was like it's like a weird internal failure that caused the wheels to lock, which meant they just instantly exploded.
Yeah.
And they take out the rear wing, so he's skidding on the ground at about 310 miles an hour. And Indy has, like, at drag strips, like in the shutdown area, there's multiple parts you can pull off at. And as he's in the shutdown area, skidding with no chutes, uncontrollable at 300, there's like a concrete, or not a concrete wall, like a fence at like a 45-degree angle, and the car just skids directly to it, like direct hit. And the camera just, because Diamond P cameras were godly back in the day, the camera zooms in like right on him as he makes impact, and like the concussion is just crazy, and the car falls apart from there. Like, it's unrecognizable after that impact. So that was pretty bad. And then the second is another drag racing wreck, which is Scott Coletta, where the car blows up about 1,000 feet, and he has no chutes. He has no way to stop the car. The chutes don't come out because the car is disintegrated and it severs the line or whatever. So Englishtown shutdown area is, I think it's really just a quarter-mile long, and this track doesn't exist anymore. It got bulldozed last year, I think. But the shutdown area is only a quarter mile itself, so it's really sketchy. So he goes cruising at about 270, 280 into the sand trap. With no brakes, no chutes, nothing. The car's just like, he's a rocket sled. And I don't remember if he hit like the lip of the sand or like the catch fence, but it shot the car up. And this is something you can hardly see on the video, but you can see it. It shoots the car up into the air, and he hits like the hovering camera crane.
Oh no.
Yeah. Cause like yeah.
Sorry. There you go.
So like, you know how like NASCAR has those like cameras on like a crane to get those like really sweeping like wide angle shots along with the cars. He essentially launches into the air and hits that at 250.
God.
It was bad. And that's why the NHRA race is at 1,000 feet now.
I think the worst one of the worst ones I've seen, again, that comes to mind, not fatal, but Sophia Flush at Macau.
Ooh.
I think that was the single most violent car crash in racing I've ever seen. Because just think about, she slammed like cockpit first into this photographer's tower, and just the sheer force of it Like, it was the single most brutal fucking impact I've seen ever. And if her head didn't go into, like, the window that photographers, like,
Yeah,
pointed the cameras out of, he wouldn't be hit.
that was a bad wreck.
I felt sick.
Well, you think you're good for now, or you want to run some more laps?
I'm okay for now.
Okay. I was just gonna end the stream because I'm getting tired.
Yeah. I'll work on this. I've got a lot to do. I don't know where I'm losing the time. Maybe I'm just tired.
Yeah, because it's almost midnight for you already.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna back out of the server and end the stream. So thanks for coming along,
Yep.
guys. I might do this again like tomorrow, just because it's
Yeah.
something to do. But until next time, cheers.
Here we go.